What's up, gamers? For the same reasons as nearly every other content creator out there, I've taken a step back from Dead by Daylight. However, Behavior released their PTB of the Alien mid-chapter update. Within this upcoming mid-chapter is Behavior's attempt at an anti-face camping mechanic. Survivors on the hook will have a camp meter, which fills when the killer is nearby. The meter fills faster the closer the killer is, but is slower when other survivors are near. Once the meter is full, the survivor gets a prompt allowing them to escape the hook with 100% probability. They get all the typical benefits of being unhooked, the haste and the endurance. This anti-camp mechanic shuts off once all the generators have been completed. I've been saying forever now that things like this do nothing. Why? Because killers still tunnel. And let's be honest, if they're face camping you, they're going to tunnel you. Anyway, rather than continue to talk about that, let's just jump into a custom game with bots. Hope they use the new anti-camp mechanic, and see if this makes any difference whatsoever. Alright, getting into our first game. Nothing really matters here, there's no real in-depth analysis, we're just gonna go ahead, use our lethal pursuer, and just try to find the closest survivor. I mean, the point here is we're just trying to get it down, and then we're gonna get them up on the hook. And then just stand there right in their face. See what happens. I'm just gonna break this. I don't know why I'm trying to mind game a bot. You can't. They know what you're gonna do before you do. But they also like to just run to the corner for some reason, so this is gonna be easy down. Alright, so let's get Mr. Cage here up on a hook. And we're gonna just stand right in front of his face. So now the bar he has should be filling very, very quickly. Just based on what I've seen in the past as far as how quickly the bar fills. In fact, if I'm correct, the bar should be full by now. However, it would appear that the bot is using this as efficiently as possible. Which is a actual good point of reason. If you're going to use this anti-camp mechanic, then you should probably wait until you are about ready to go into the second stage. And then go ahead and yeet yourself off the hook, which it looks like is what this bot is doing. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of wait this out. Here we go. There he goes. He gets off the hook. We hit him. They pop the endurance. Then we go ahead and we continue chase. Not quite sure what the bot's doing there. Little bot malfunction. But there's our second down. We were able to effectively tunnel them. Just like every other killer is going to do. And now once again we wait. I'm going to assume that this bot is going to wait until they're near death before using the anti-camp mechanic. I'm sure that bar is probably full by now. If not, it is like right now. So it fills pretty fast. So we'll see what happens. Yep, and here they go. And there's the endurance hit again. The bot has nowhere to go. This pallet's gone. And just like that, Nick Cage has been effectively tunneled out of the game. So, there you go. That's that. I mean, yeah, they were able to unhook themselves, which is fantastic. no other survivor required, but at the end of the day, what did it get him? It only solves part of the equation, which I guess people don't seem to want to be able to believe. Alright, now, I want to test this new anti-camp mechanic using the killer that was made for such the task. And that's Bubba Sawyer, Leatherface himself. Now, as explained in the patch notes for the anti-camp mechanic, the Cannibal can no longer hit a survivor who has endurance twice in the same 0.5 second time span. That sentence right there tells me that Behavior has zero clue as to what goes on in these games. Bubba never hits you twice in a half a second. Once you're off the hook and can register a hit, Bubba will get that endurance hit with the chainsaw. This will then also give the survivor the speed boost they get upon being hit. What makes Bubba so lethal, and especially with add-ons, is that he can very quickly catch up to you while chainsaw sprinting, getting that second hit in rather quickly. How Behavior hasn't figured this out yet is beyond me. But hey, let's just see for ourselves, shall we? Alright. Well, very much like last time, we're not going to do anything special here. We're going to use Lethal Pursuer, and we're going to go and find a survivor. And we see somebody going into the basement, so, well, I don't care what anybody else is doing, that's exactly where I'm going to go. And we find the bill. We're going to down instantly. And on the hook he goes. So I assume, just like last time, that we're going to be faced with the same situation that we had before. His anti-camp bar is probably already full. But he's going to be using it efficiently, and he's going to wait until he's nearly in second stage to get the most out of it. And funny enough, I know I said this in the last match, but I believe that they do this to give their team an opportunity to get more gens done. Which, if you're the survivor that's on the hook, probably a smart idea. Because we all know how this ends. Same thing, same way. And he's probably going to pull himself here any second now, and yep, here we go. There's the endurance hit. And there's the second hit. Granted, there he kind of ran somewhere where he couldn't have, where he couldn't get out of. However, as you saw, I didn't get that second hit until way after 0.5 seconds after taking the endurance hit. So, whatever measure they put in place specifically for the Cannibal is meaningless, as you can see. I mean, we're going to see it one more time here. But again, I don't see how this is helping literally anything at all. And here we go. There's the endurance hit. He's running away. And there you go. There's the second hit with the chainsaw. Now, as you can see, he obviously didn't try to make it out of the basement. But with that being said, he also spent enough time for me to have to catch up with him. Obviously more than 0.5 seconds. So, there you go. I mean, that's Bubba doing what Bubba does. Once again, another example of how this mechanic, and especially where the Bubba specific feature is concerned, literally does nothing for us. So, what's my take on this new mechanic? Obviously, if it wasn't clear, I feel like it's useless. This has literally done nothing for the game. Once again, if you're being hard face-camped by a killer, you're also going to get tunneled. The point of face-camping is to get people out of the game. Plain and simple. I don't know how that seems to be lost in translation with behavior. You can't solve the camping aspect without taking a big swing at the tunneling aspect of the game. A better version of this anti-face camp mechanic would be to just give the survivor infinite reassurance while they're on the hook. Have this infinite reassurance timer end once all the generators are completed. And only then will your first hook life, for lack of a better word, begin to dwindle. This would allow survivors to get all the gens done with no fret to the survivor on the hook. Sure, this is all still going to suck for the hooked survivor, but at the end of the day, survivors are going to have to realize that it's about sending a message. Hey, sorry your game wasn't so exciting, but there are bigger things at stake. Once all the generators are done, one of your teammates can work on a door, while the rest of them launch a rescue mission. Depending on the killer, you'll probably get unhooked, and even escape. Outside of that, there needs to be bigger penalties. Like, enough already. People will play like complete assholes in any game if you allow them to do so. It's as simple as that. I believe, for the sake of the health of the community playing the game, even though it's probably not a burden they should shoulder, a dev team should do everything they can to maintain that health. Maybe killers should also lose, say, 2,000 blood points for every 10 seconds they're face camping. At least then, at the end of the match, you can say, yeah, good job, kiddo. You face camped like a champ. Enjoy your 150 points for the match. Maybe have the points even go into the negative, costing you your overall bank of points. And if points don't seem to matter to these players, then why not track who they are? Certainly, you know who's in what game, right? I'm talking warnings and bans. You know, nice little message when you log in. You have 2 face camping infractions. One more will result in a 1-week account ban. Why not start turning this malicious activity, set in place only to make other people's experience miserable, into something that could prevent them from playing the game? I don't know. Behavior has to do something. I, myself, have taken a step back from this game because the community is unbearable. I love the game. I hate the people that play it. I've noticed all the big content creators I follow playing less and less of Dead by Daylight because of this and because the game has gotten stale and beaten to death. This even includes their fog whisperers. I mean, things have to start getting done to make people want to play this game. If not, and behavior keeps putting out updates like this one, then the more things that change, the more they stay the same. And you're going to see more people turning towards other games, simply not playing. So, I don't know. It seems like this rant falls on deaf ears, and that's a shame. I guess we'll see where this all goes. Until next time, gamers.